here create one more new file. You can say that keyed underscore argument test arg underscore test. Okay, now right, let's see that. Now you create what is a keyed parameter first thing. It's simple, friends. See, these are all very simple to understand. Right? While passing values to a function, we add keys to that. You know, dictionary, right? Simple. Already we are good with dictionaries. If you are good with dictionaries, then this is very simple for us. Right? What is that? Keyed parameters means passing values. Right? There are two types of values, right? If you are working with functions, see. So these are formal parameters. These are actual parameters. Whatever parameters with the function call, generally we call them as actual parameters. A simple idea. And parameters with method, right, within these brackets, we call them as, what do we call this, friends? We call them as so formal parameters, or okay, dummy parameters. We call that. We can also call dummy parameters. If you want to know little deeper, I am okay to extend that discussion as well. But this is actually the names given, technical names given to these parameters. And keyed parameters is simple, right? What is keyed parameter means? Here we provide keys for these actual parameters. For these actual parameters, we provide keys like in dictionaries, key value pairs, right? We provide some names to values. That is nothing but called keyed parameters. So it's simple. Simply just, I'll just write like this. Giving names to, simply we can quickly write it down. Giving names to which one? Actual parameters. Actual parameters or values is nothing but these are called keyed parameters. When I just, let us have a simple example. When you look at example, you can easily understand. Let us again use that person details function def. This function makes more sense here, friends. Let us take person details, and you take name here, and then second one age, and these are by default positional. Positional means you have to order matters here. While passing values, you should choose which value should go to name, which value should go to age. Anyhow, I'll talk about it as a third case. Let's get into the keyed parameters. Now you print this name and age prints. Simple. Okay. Let us apply two test cases for this. Okay. Testing this function. And I'm using two test cases. Test case one. Right. Let's apply. Let's test one. Test one. Here you're calling person details. Right. The first one I am passing it as a Peter, and the value is something like some 40. So here this is perfect. When I just pass Peter and then 40, you can see here immediately, because this is ID, right? By default, it provided keys here. See, it provided keys. Name is set to Peter, or otherwise Peter is assigned with the parameter name, and 40 is assigned with parameter. I mean, with this key age. This is nothing but keyed parameters. This is by default provided by whom? By the PyCharm. Actually, in non IDs, these are called keys. You have to provide that. Right. Anyhow, we'll test it now. This works fine. My expectation is Peter should go to the first parameter and 40 should go to the second parameter. Even that's how it function works. When you have a function call and when you pass parameters, always first parameter is passed to the first argument here. Second parameter is passed to the second argument here. Got it right, friends? And third parameter to third argument. That's all, friends. Okay, just remember. Now run this now. This is perfectly working. So Peter is going to the name and 40 is going to the age. Now test case 2. We created test case 1. Okay, it is passed. I'm just writing here. This is passed. Now test case 2. What is that I'm doing? Now I am exchanging values here, interchanging or flipping values here. Just I'm here instead of Peter, I pass 40. Right? Instead of 40, I pass Peter. Right? Or you can pass something else. Okay, put P here, friends. Now you see, even PyCharm gave wrong keys here. If I run this now, right, let me just remove this. What do you think your output will be? Here, you can also add a little description, friends. That makes more sense. What is that? The name is, okay, something, and age is, and then put a placeholder, and then to that apply format method. And in that format method, just pass name and age. This should look better for us. Now, if I run this, what would be my output? Run this, let's run this, see. In the first case, name is Peter, age is 40. This is pretty good. In the second case, name is 40 and age is Peter. See, this is totally what? Messed up. We are not getting expected output. Why? Because these are positional parameters. If they are positional, order of passing values here with function call is important. By default, parameters to method are positional, friends. Keep in mind. And order is important. As per name, you should pass always name first. As per age, you should pass 40. If you just don't follow order, if you are not following order, then you are passing values to what you are not passing values properly. Whatever values you are passing are not properly placed into these variables. So now again, there is a scenario 3. What is that scenario 3? Test case 3. Now someone of you might come and ask a question. Manoram, we want this. Order might be anything, but still name should go to name only, age should go to age. Then in Python, simple solution. Then what is the solution? Then I say, what is there? It's very simple. Whomever X, Y, Z. Because we have keyed parameters, just choose keyed parameters. What is that keyed here? Simple. See here, friends. Just giving a name to these actual parameters. Here, instead of name, okay, sorry. Here, choose the key as here age equal to, right? 40 or age colon. And here, name equal to. So here I set keys here. See here, friends. So what did I do? I am changing the order of passing values. Instead of name first and age second, I'm passing age first and name second. But what I'm doing here, I'm doing a clever job here. I'm choosing keys. What is that key? I'm saying age should go to age, name should go to name. What did I do here? To these parameters, actual parameters, I provided a name here. That name is technically called key here. So we use keys. What keys? Whatever keys you are declaring with method or function, those we are just passing here. Or we are using these keys here with actual parameters. When you are not following order, then using keys is important, friends. By looking at this itself, we can easily understand. This time when I run this, see, even though this is not in order, still values are passed to the expected argument. See now, you can see name is Peter, age is 40. How this is happening, even though you are not following order with this actual parameters, because we are using keys, so that based on key, your value is passed. Name is passed to Peter and age is passed to age. So we don't have any conflict with the passing values. This is test case 3. Hope this is clear, right? I hope you should get that clear idea about this. This is very simple, right? I don't think any difficulty here. In case you are not following order while passing parameters, just use keys. If you are following orders, then you don't need to worry much about that. Right? This is the simple idea about keyed parameters. And there is also here also there is a rule. I believe always a keyed you don't need to set keys for everything, right? Sometimes you can avoid that. So for example, here you see friends, age I set it. Let's do one thing. Just a quick idea for you. It's not like see, once I remove that key here, immediately it's throwing error. Why? See the read the error here. What is that? Positional argument after keyed argument. Rule is here what again in this case the rule is with keyed parameter, same rule as default arguments. See, if you want, you can just remove age here 14. And now if you want, you can say name equal to Peter. I am just showing you how it should be. Anyhow, this is not in right order. Okay, that should be fine, no problem. But still giving you an idea. This is not actually the right one. But for example, I'm just taking this. See here now. This we don't have error, but it's showing some warning because we are using same, we are passing same parameter 2 times instead of age. Okay, we are using name twice. That is the warning. No problem. But point is, the rule is what always. What is the rule? Always a keyed parameter should follow what? Positional parameter. Vice versa don't work. Okay. Keyed parameter. Sorry, friends. I'll stop after this. Okay. Should follow positional. Means it should come after positional, not before parameter. This is the rule Python people imposed on keyed or default parameters. Okay, anyhow, here you can just change this, no problem. Now you can keep this to original thing, age equal to something like 40, comma, name equal to something like, you can pass anything. If not Peter, you can pass some John or right. Run this now. This works perfect. So this is the idea, friend. This is the idea about what keyed parameters. I hope you got a clear picture, right? Tomorrow we'll finish up the remaining 2. So I am just trying to share this chart. Okay. Let me share it in the chart. All of these concepts are clear, right? Any questions you can ask me. I'll try to answer your questions. I just sent it now. Please take this code as well. Tomorrow we'll try to close on remaining 2 types of parameters, and then we will go to the types of functions. That would be very useful session again. Built-in functions we discussed, user defined. Built-in we didn't discuss, I hope. I'll share few built-in functions. Okay. User defined we had discussed. Lambda and recursive we'll talk tomorrow. Right. We try to cover all that in tomorrow's session. And some special functions like map function, reduce function, filter function, very useful even for interviews and for certification exams again. Okay. That's all, friends. Any questions? I think you should be good till this, right? So any questions or any doubts, you can please ask me. Or I told you, right? Same thing.